Hello, and welcome to the final unit in career development. In this unit, we're going to talk about the last step in the job search process, the job interview. By now, you've written a great resume and cover letter, you've practiced your networking elevator speech, and you got a job interview. In this video, we will go over some important things to know about job interviews in the United States. This is your chance to answer questions about your skills and qualifications, ask questions about the job or the company, and make a positive impression on the employer. In later videos, we will focus on the language of questions, show you some sample questions you could hear in a job interview, and how to answer them. At the end of the unit, you will record your own answer to a typical job interview question. Let's begin with some basic information about job interviews. A job interview is a formal meeting between an employer and a job seeker to decide if the person should get the job. The employer is called the interviewer and is the person asking the questions. The job seeker is called the interviewee and is the person answering the questions. Job interviews are usually in person or face-to-face and are quite formal. Sometimes interviews can be done by phone or video conference. To be more successful, job seekers can prepare for an interview by practicing answers with specific examples of their skills and qualifications from their past experience. Interviews are a great chance to explain your qualifications and transferable skills with examples or short stories. For example, many employers look for people who can show leadership skills or creativity in solving problems. You can prepare answers that show you have these skills by using examples from your past work experiences or education. Remember, you're not memorizing answers, but just preparing some short, specific examples that you can use to answer common interview questions. For example, if an interviewer said, "Tell me about a time that you solved a problem," I would talk about how I created a document to help other teachers plan their schedules. Here's another example question. If the interviewer says, "What did you learn from working at XYZ company?" I would answer by saying, "I learned many things about new software and computer programs to manage information in a busy office." By having a short, prepared example, I would feel more confident in my answer. I can always add more information in the interview and give more details, but at least I have something to say when an interviewer asks these questions. Sometimes interview questions can be difficult to answer. It is a good idea to ask for clarification or repetition if you don't understand the question. You will learn how to do this in a later video. Before an interview, job seekers should prepare a list of questions that they want to ask the interviewer about the company or about the job itself. By asking 2 or 3 questions, the candidate shows interest in the job and the company. Some examples of possible questions to ask are: 1. What are the daily responsibilities of this job? 2. What computer equipment or software does the company use? Finally, job seekers should make a positive impression by looking professional. They do this by wearing professional clothes, such as a business suit or dress. You should be on time or early to the interview. During the interview, keep eye contact with the interviewer. give clear and honest answers, and bring extra copies of important documents like resumes or certifications. In summary, job seekers should be prepared for job interviews with examples of their skills and qualifications to answer the questions. Job seekers should also ask a couple questions about the organization or the job duties. And finally, job seekers should make a positive impression by presenting themselves professionally. Now, go on to a reading which tells you more information about job interviews.